Hello besties, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Read It or Unhaul It video. As I told you before, one of my most top goals this year is to read as many books from the books that I already own as possible, and that is why I made this TBR jar. I have 19 standalones. I'm going to add, if I get more standalones by the time I film another video, for example, I will add it to the list because books are still coming in. Don't worry, I'm not out of the gutter yet. But I have already unhauled 3 books from my previous Read It or Unhaul It, 2 books in a set, and then 1 standalone. And we are choosing 3 other books in here. Let's see. Luxuria. Now, let me bring it first. This is the book. This came in one of the Bookish box subscription boxes, I think of last year. I want to say December or November of last year. Amazing customizations. Oh my God. I'm going to show you the book first. Let's see. This is the main dust jacket, the reversible, absolutely beautiful. This book is by Colette Rhodes. That's the back. Absolutely beautiful. The edges. Needless to say, I'm very excited. It's also a short read, 300 pages, 307. It is blurbed by Nevessa Allen, the author of Lights Out. What's better than a shadow daddy? An entire series full of them. In Shades of Sin, Colette Rhodes hits the ground running with Luxuria and continuously serves us one 5-star read after another. Hilarious, spicy, and wholly addicting. That's what I was going to say in the beginning. I think this is part of a interconnected standalone series. So practically, I don't need to read the other books. This is the first one. But you don't need to read the other ones. They are all monster romances, interconnected standalones. There is a note by the author here. Luxuria, a monster romance, is an MF standalone arranged marriage romance between a human and her not quite human husband, suitable for readers 18+. So yeah, I believe there are more books in this. Oh, it is hand signed too. Let's see if they are mentioned here in a list. Let's see at the end. Yes, here. Shades of Sin series. So Luxuria is 1. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 other books. So 6 plus this one, 7 books in this series. But technically, you can only you can read them separately, not in any particular order, I think. But I will read this book and tell you about it. That's why I counted this as a standalone. That's why I'm explaining myself why it is part of this TBR jar. Okay, next up, let's see. Soul Obsession. Let me bring it. Okay, I heard great things about this author, Kalista Neith, and I was so excited to receive this in, I think, December, Fake Crate December box, I believe. Soul Obsession, until the stars burn from the sky and the seas turn to ash. Oh, I love this art. And look at that. Look how beautiful. Let me show you. Hardcover. And we have a cat. There is a snake too. The edges look like this. Look how beautiful. This is also a forced marriage. No, the other one was arranged marriage. This one is forced marriage. Abducted and forcibly married to the demented soul drinker. She's a soul weaver and he's a soul drinker. Very excited about these reads. Also, as I said, I heard great things about this book. I'm so excited to read it. And it is also not too long. 330 pages. Okay. another one. Let's see. Brutal Conquest. I received this one. I was like, which one of this? I'm not showing you. Sorry. Did I show you? Brutal Conquest. I received this one in Mystic Box. There you go. I found it. It is a mafia romance, and there is this one, there is the other one, but they are not connected. I believe they are standalones. I already researched or Googled these books. Oh, the hardback is so beautiful. So yes, let's read. Okay, you guys, I have finished reading Luxuria by Colette Rhodes, but I'm also here to tell you that I'm not reading Brutal Conquest. Just because of the author's note in the book, and also I did some digging, and I know that this book is not for me. I will tell you a little bit about it later. And I also took out Fear Me, Love Me, not from the TBR jar. I didn't want to open all the post-its, but when I will at some point take it out, then I will choose another book, because yeah, this is also out of my TBR. I will tell you about them in a bit and why I chose not to read them. Luxuria by Colette Rhodes. This is an adult monster romance. In this book, we follow Ophelia. And Ophelia, she's the daughter of hunters. And the hunters in this world are people who train all their lives to protect us from the shades. And the shades are like Alaric kind here. They feed on fear. They come into our world through these portals and they feed on fear. The problem is, our dear Ophelia here, she's not scared of monsters or these shades. She's in fact really, really very interested in them, if you know what I mean. And that is why she was shunned, and she's not really, she's born from hunters. Her father and mother and also her sister is a hunter, but she does not have that strong relationship with her. And with her parents too. Her sister, but her parents, not a lot, because she didn't meet their expectations, basically. And because of that, she never really fit into the hunter world, and she's curious and she's fascinated, and she has absolutely no shame about the fact that she finds these monsters really, really attractive. And the hunters wanted to secure a treaty with the shades, and Alaric, he's the king of shades, as I said. And to secure that, they threw Ophelia, because I mean, she's not a very important member for the hunters. So they basically threw her into this arranged marriage. And yeah, and she wasn't mad about it at all. She was like, yay! And she got swept away to the other world, the shade world, where there is no light. Basically, everything is grayish, all hues of gray and darkness. And basically, that's where the fun begins. I really enjoyed this book. Most of the book, definitely, I enjoyed Ophelia. She was so fun to read about. She's blunt, she's curious, she's chaotic. And what I loved about her the most is she's not the kind of heroine that will deny her attraction to this monster or anything. She really knows what she wants, and she gets it at the end. And I loved her for that so much. And she was so funny too. The romance was entertaining, the spice was there, the tension was there, and Alaric had this grumpy, possessive monster king energy about him that I really appreciated. And we also have this whole shade world. About the world building, I really liked what we saw, what was described to us, but I really wanted more. This is why I gave this book 3.5. I wanted more of their culture, of their customs, of their politics. I wanted to see a little bit more about them, but maybe we will see that in the future, in future books. And I also wanted the emotional side of the romance to be a little bit stronger. The chemistry was there, but I wanted more connection beyond the attraction. Also, the miscommunication trope that happened. I mean, sometimes it works, but In this one, I thought it was a bit too much, or like, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. But other than that, I thought it was a fun read, spicy, funny characters, funny lines, especially Ophelia. I really, really adored her character. And also it was so easy to fly through. I think if you love paranormal romance with a grumpy, you can say sunshine, she's so fun. Grumpy King, she's more like, more bubbly. Yes, she is sunshine, and she's also so funny. Don't take it too seriously. It's a fun read. I think you will love this one. And with that being said, I'm going to unhaul this one. I know you think it's weird. If you think it's weird, no, it's not. Just because there are 7 books in this series, including this one, so it is 7 books. Am I going to collect each and every single one of them? All of them are out. I think the last one was released in 2024. So maybe the series now is completed, but I'm not going to buy the other 6 books in the series because it's going to be too expensive from Bookish Box. I'm trying to save money, as I said. And also I don't think that I need a special edition of the series. It was fun. I recommend it, but I don't think that I will collect special editions of these books because now I'm starting to be more mindful and more picky about what I collect and what I don't. This is the other end paper, if you are wondering. And we have also a beautiful reversible. So the other books would be absolutely stunning. I'm 100% sure. But yeah, it will be too much. So this is going, even though I really did enjoy my ride with this one. The audiobook was also a duo narration and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. Now, these 2. First of all, this one. This is the book that I got, that the TBR Jar picked. Brutal Conquest. Why am I not going to read this one and why we are here today? Is because of the author's notes, first of all, and that made me dig a bit more. So we have Christian and Xenia, these 2 people right here. Christian is Xenia's uncle. I will let that information sit a little bit with you. Yeah, they are not blood related. Although they are not blood related, but Xenia grew up with him, spoiling her, and she believes they were related for a long time. Listen, and I also went into Goodreads and I saw that he was attracted to her from when she was a teenager, and there is a pool scene when they were swimming and she was 15 years old. And when I saw, a lot of reviews were talking about that. And when I saw that, I was like, no, thank you. I love dark romance so much, but I have limits, and this is among my this is one of the limits. I can't. I just can't. Oh my God! I know it's taboo. I mean, it is there are a lot of different taboo romances. It could be, I know, step brother, step sister. I don't know. This is where I need to draw the line somewhere. This is where I draw the line. I mean, I read Credence by Penelope Douglas. I've talked to you about it. I will link that video down below, and I will link it up here too. That was a very interesting read, and I really enjoyed that book. Now I figured I really liked that book. It is step. Was it step uncle? Was it a step uncle? Oh my God, yes. Yes, but why? And the 2. Wait a second. What? Okay. She never saw her. Okay. She for because my mind was like, why am I saying no to this one if I read that? Well, that one I didn't know when I picked it up. I didn't know that it was a step uncle, first of all. Secondly, she never knew that guy and his sons. She never met them before. They are complete strangers to her. This one she grew up with, and he was attracted to her since she was 15. And he was like 30 something. What? What the hell? No, it's a no. That's why we are picking up another book. Why no to this one? Another completely different reason. This is the first book in a trilogy, I think. I don't know if it is an interconnected standalone situation or not, but also, I was like, okay, let me look up this one, Fear Me, Love Me by Lilith Vincent. And yeah, there is a scene, I cannot talk about it, but go to Goodreads, look it up. There is a scene where the FMC had an anxiety attack, and he made her, the MMC made her do something to him to help her. I don't know. I really don't know. Wow, why did he do that? Is it a good idea? Is it? Are you that? Yeah. He got too excited to see her anxiety. I don't understand. So yeah, when I saw a lot of people talk about that situation, I was like, yeah, no. So I'm not reading these. Let's pick up other books. If you are curious, go on Goodreads, read some reviews. Your mind will be blown for sure. Come back here and comment, please. Okay, let's see. Now we read Luxuria. I still have to read Soul's Obsession. Let's see. I really want to read. Oh my God, the Princess Pack, and I also added this right now, right before I sat down to film this section of the video, because I was like, I completely forgot to add this. Look how cute this is. This was the January book box from Fake Rate, I believe. I believe it was the January pick. It is absolutely beautiful. And this is an Omegaverse, and it is a reverse harem situation with a prince and a gardener and the prince's best friend, and they are werewolves, I believe, and she's an alpha, or she's not, or they are the alpha. I don't know. They are the alpha. She's an omega. An omega yearning to find a pack of alphas. I mean, I think I didn't read an Omegaverse before. This is going to be my first. So I don't really know the hierarchy, or I need to research that. But look how beautiful this is. I also saw the author mention on Instagram that the indie cover is going to disappear. It's going to go out of print because she's going to be traditionally published now. So if the indie cover, I think, is the same as this one, I think, or really, really close. So pretty. So beautiful. And it is like the shimmery kind. It is so pretty. Absolutely stunning. And I love this art so much, and different end papers and the edges, everything is beautiful. I really want to keep this book. That's all what I'm going to say. I really, really want to keep it. It is low stakes, so more of focus on the romance, character driven, low stakes. And since this is on the shorter side, maybe I will pick up another one. I really want Enigma from in Swedish, from RuNyx, by RuNyx. Let's see. I'm kind of scared. No, it's Holly by Adeline Grace. You know what? I was looking at Holly today. I was like, it's been a while since I visited this world. So yes, I'm very excited. Even though I really would love to reread the whole trilogy to read this, but I'm not going to do it. I don't have time for that. But yes, it's going to be a fun one. So yeah, I'm so excited to see Death and Signa again, to be honest, because the last book was about, who. I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't read that series yet. It is 5 stars. Read it, the Belladonna series by Adeline Grace. But we didn't get to see a lot of Signa and Death, and I'm super excited to meet them again in Holly. So yeah, we get this one, we get Holly and Soul's Obsession. Come back to you once I finish them. Okay, guys, I have finished reading multiple books. The first one I want to talk about is Holly. I received my favorite special edition for a couple of days ago, and I was so excited to get it. It is absolutely stunning. Let me show you. I'm not going to say anything about them. The hardcover, how it matches perfectly the other 3 that we received from them. Signa and Death. My babies, I love them so much. I was so happy to meet them again. And this novella, it was like the warmest hug ever. I loved every single page. I loved the character art, or like the art throughout the whole book, the scenes that we got. Let me show you a couple. It is absolutely stunning. So beautiful. I really enjoyed this book. It was a little bit, I think, longer than a novella. I felt like we got a solid story here with a mystery, as usual with the Belladonna books. If you didn't read the series yet, I highly recommend it. I have both the Fairy Note special editions and the Waterstones exclusive editions, and yeah, even if I talk to you about like the multiple special editions, I am not ready to part ways with these ones yet, because this is one of my absolute YA gothic mystery fantasy series ever. I love these characters so much, and yeah, a very solid read. I gave it 4 stars, and yeah, I enjoyed it so much. The other book, Soul's Obsession, not as much, because unfortunately this was a DNF for me. I DNF'd this book at around 40%, I believe. And I felt so bad because this book had a solid premise. I really loved the FMC, Astrid, in this book. She's a princess, not in distress. She's so powerful and cutthroat and willing to do anything to reach her goals. And she's just so ruthless. And her powers were so cool. She's a soul weaver. And it was absolutely my favorite part of the book. And I was so sad that I really needed to stop reading and like put the book down, because it just wasn't for me. First of all, let me tell you about the synopsis of this book. Astrid, she was raised knowing that her virginity would be a bargaining chip for her kingdom, especially for her father. He's just using her as a bride to one of the kingdoms that will give him the most beneficial things for his kingdom, to grow his power and grow his kingdom, basically. And the book starts with the night where we get to meet her betrothed, and he comes with this assassin. He's a soul devourer, if I remember correctly, and she's a soul weaver. And the action starts from the beginning of the book. The action is from the beginning, and I love that about the beginning of the book. Your attention would be like 100% totally grabbed from page 1. But from the moment that he takes her, this assassin, not her betrothed, as a war prize, and the non-con spice starts, I was like, no, maybe it is only this scene. Maybe it, I mean, from that very first scene, I wasn't digging it, to be honest. And then it just, the spice kept coming, and it is like, it was non-con and then dubious at best afterwards, and to the point that the actual plot starting disappearing little by little in my head. Like, I wasn't sure about where are we going with this, you know? I don't mind dark romance. I love dark romance so much. I don't mind spice. I enjoy reading about spice, but it has to be with a substance. Don't get me wrong. I'm a plot girly first. I need to care about what is happening in the book. I need to understand where we are going. I need to feel that this is building up to something. And I didn't feel that way while I was reading this book. At some point, it felt like these same threats of sexual violence kept coming back, and it felt repetitive at some point. And instead of building tension, it just became repetitive, as I said, and it started getting in the way of the story. And also, something that I needed to mention because it drove me up the wall, the expression night streaked nails, about her nails. Oh my God, it was said so many times. I don't know, maybe more than 20 times. And every time I saw it, I was like, okay, I understand. I'm sure everyone understands. Why are we repeating this expression? A lot. Every time I saw it, it took me out of the story completely. And yeah, this just wasn't for me, unfortunately. I love this cover, and the end pages, everything is so stunning, but unfortunately, this wasn't for me. If you enjoy more spice and also non-con, dub-con, this is for you. If not, stay away, I would say. Okay, for the next book, I know I told you that I was going to read The Princess and the Pack, but I decided not to, just because I saw that the audiobook was in the making from one of the author's posts that I read. And I really prefer to read this or listen to it through audio because this is more on the cozy side. There's not a ton of action going on in here, and I think it's better for me to listen to it through audio to give it a fair shot, because I think I would enjoy it much more that way, to be honest. And I hope we have multiple narrators, or at least two, one for the female character and one for the male characters. But yeah, I cannot wait to read this through audiobook, so that is why I postponed this one. But the next one I picked up instead. I chose it. I didn't do the TBR Jar thing. I chose to read Enigma by RuNyx because I had it on my mind the whole time, and I really wanted to get it from the TBR Jar. And then I was like, what the hell? I can just read it. Who is going to stop me? And yes, I did just that. And this was a solid read for me. I gave this 4 stars. Unfortunately, I wanted to give it 5, but I don't know why in my mind I just kept comparing it to Gothicana, and I enjoyed Gothicana a bit more, if I'm being honest. I'm so sad to say that, but a tiny bit more than this one. I wanted it to destroy me more. That's what I wanted from this work, but it didn't, and that's why I gave it only 4 stars. But it's still like 4 stars. It's not a bad review at all. It's not a bad star rating at all. I just want to say RuNyx is so good at this. She's so good at creating a haunting atmosphere, a university atmosphere too, because in Gothicana we had that too. The mystery part, the obsession, the secrets. We have Secret Society too. Everything about Mortimer University was so well done. I was there with them, and I really enjoyed it. This is a very good fall read if you want these spooky vibes without being too spooked. This is going to be your choice. Also Gothicana, if you didn't read it yet, because it is a bit darker, and that is why I loved it even more. I think it's a bit my fault because I expected it to hit me the same way. It was spooky, it was atmospheric, but I wanted it to push further into that unsettling feeling. I wanted it to haunt me more. That is why I wanted from this book. I didn't get it, and maybe it is my fault because I had expectations going into the book, you know. But one thing I loved about this book was Salem, the main character. Her, I loved her so much because she was so smart, and her mind was a big part of her character. She was smart, she was observant, she was critical, and I really loved being in her head and following her thoughts. Her interest in forensics also made her feel more unique and interesting, and I really loved her character. I also really liked the obsessive romance. That intense, consuming connection fit the dark themes of this book so perfectly. Overall, I really enjoyed it. It had a strong female character. I loved the main male character too. It had the mystery, it had the atmosphere, it had all the vibes. I really enjoyed it. I just wanted it to be a bit darker and more intense. But yeah, I'm keeping this copy, definitely. I have 2 copies here. I have my Fairy Loot and Bookish box. I decided to unhaul this one. I will show it to you. We have character art here, very beautiful. Beautiful edges. This is a beautiful copy, don't get me wrong. We have the same end pages, front and back, and that is why I chose Bookish box. Nothing on the back here. Beautiful foiling here. But I was more amazed, you can say. I love the Bookish box version more. This, first of all, not spoiling anything. This is a part of the book. This picture right here. And I don't know, even because these edges are more intricate and, well, I'm covering them, and beautiful. These are like snake-like scales, I want to say. They are not for a 4-edge design or anything. But here we have different end papers, front and back. Absolutely stunning. And I love this hardback so much. I love it. And also it is a reversible dust jacket, and the quality of the dust jacket is outstanding. And the inside of the book, RuNyx does not do hand signatures, unfortunately. So, but here we have a beautiful tip-in page. Also, the inside of the book, you see this like a cobblestone aesthetic. I love it. I love this first page. And as you go, we have inside formatting that is absolutely stunning. You see the chapter headers here? Absolutely beautiful. We don't have that, unfortunately, in the Fairy Loot edition. I will show you. The aesthetic that I was talking about is not there. Also, the inside is pretty simple, as you can see here. So yeah, I decided I'm going to keep my Bookish box and unhaul the Fairy Loot one, because I don't need 2 copies of this book. Yeah, with that being said, I read another book and I need to talk to you about it, because if you don't follow me on Goodreads or Fable, I need to read you my review, all right? Because this book was mind-blowing. It's not a part of the TBR jar. It is a mystery thriller, courtroom thriller that I have picked up because it was hyped so much. A Dissection of a Murder by Jo Murray. It is phenomenal. Phenomenal. This is one of my top reads of 2026 for sure. It was absolutely mind-blowing. I cannot believe that this is her first book, because I'm going to buy every single book this woman puts out. Oh my God. And before the synopsis, Jo Murray, the author, is a real-life criminal barrister. So she's a criminal lawyer in real life, and you can feel it in her writing. It was absolutely amazing. I was hanging on to each page, to each word. It was so good. In this book, we are following Layla Reynolds. She's a young lawyer who suddenly gets handed her first criminal case or murder case, you can say. And not just any murder case, because the victim is a very well-known, respected judge. So this is a huge, high-profile murder case, and she does not feel, and it is of course understandable, she does not feel that she's the woman for the job, or she's the perfect lawyer for this very well-known, well-beloved judge. She's not ready. But the thing is, the defendant asked for her. He will only have her. He does not want anyone else. And also, to add more mud to the story, he does not want to talk to her about what he did. He does not want to give her any clues about if he's guilty, he's not, what happened. He's being so cagey about what happened that day that she was going crazy about how could you not defend yourself if you didn't do it? You need to give me some details so I can work with you. But he's not. He's not. He was like, no, I will tell you when I tell you, when I feel like that's the right time. And it added so much more to the frustration and the tension while reading the book. And also, as if it wasn't stressful enough, she finds out that the prosecutor on the other side is her own husband. Not only that, he's her mentor. He's the one that taught her everything she knows, all the tricks, tips and tricks, everything she knows about criminal cases and also about being a lawyer overall. He taught her everything. So he knows her. And she knows him too. So it's like a double-sided thing. But he's known to be so ruthless, and he does not lose. He does not lose. He's very well known. He's very well respected too. And yeah, she's really scared to have to face him in court. And things get even messier and more complicated as we progress in the story, and it just got me hooked. I need to read you my Goodreads review, because I wrote this the same day I finished this book, and it was so fresh when I wrote this. So yeah, you need to hear this. Strap in. This is going to be a long one, because oh my God, my mind is blown, and I can't. I need to rent. I need to rent. Also, fair warning, I'm never going to shut up about this book until you pick it up and read it, because we need to be in this together. We need to be in this together, okay? I'm going to talk your ears off until you read this book. Yes, I'm going to do it. Big 6 stars, no hesitation, none. What an absolutely brilliant, phenomenal, mind-blowing courtroom thriller. I genuinely cannot believe this is a debut novel, because the writing, the pacing, the tension, the reveals, the characters, the twists, everything was so well crafted and so incredibly well done. It was so good. It was so good. The book had me on the edge of my seat the entire time. I was questioning everyone, trusting no one. Every single character felt like they were hiding something, and the more the story unfolded, the more it felt like everyone had skeletons in their closet. And honestly, I was eating it up. Yeah. And don't even get me started on those plot twists, because what was that? I'm screaming here. Every time I thought I had figured something out, Joe Murray pulled the rug from under me again. This was sharp, addictive, intense, clever, and so perfectly executed. And Layla's character, I can't begin to describe how much I love her. Yeah, I'm honestly shocked this is her debut, because, excuse me, how do you come out swinging like this on your first book? How? Explain, Miss Joe Murray. Joe Murray has officially made it onto my list of favorite authors of the year, and I will absolutely be buying every single book this woman puts out into the world. No questions asked, just take my money. And the audiobook, yes, I listened to it, and oh my God, it was phenomenal. The narration made the whole experience even more gripping and addictive, and I was absolutely hooked from start to finish. Amazing work. Courtroom thriller done to perfection. 6 stars easily. I'm obsessed. This was my review. I wanted to rant, as you can see. It was an excellent book. I loved it so much. Please, please pick it up. Your mind will be blown. I promise you, this was so well done. Hype the video, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.